Hello and welcome to the Keg with myself, Sophie,
and me, Alex,
and these little videos, little catch-ups with the channel, are just where we kind of keep you up to date with any news we've got, and just kind of we want to keep giving you some content as according to our filming schedule. We should address a couple of gaps in our filming schedule. Unfortunately, we've been off with illness. It's been winter in the UK. We've been sniffly, sneezy, and you can probably hear on a couple of videos.
A little bit croaky here.
So apologies, we have been a little bit poorly, but we are in full health now, so for now.
Doped up in painkillers most of the time, but the same difference.
Yeah, exactly. So apologies for that. Also, for those eagle-eyed, you may have noticed Dan is still missing from the channel.
Yes.
Do not be alarmed. He is in Canada for the meantime, but he shall be returning within the next month or so.
Yeah. Time of recording, we're early December?
Yes.
And he's back for New Year's, so by the time we watch the next one of these, he should be back.
Yes.
There's some new hobby projects that we'll go on to in a minute.
Yes, exactly. So, generally the format goes, we sort of update you on what we've been working on, what we've accomplished, and everything, and we usually go through system by system, so if you want to skip through to the bits you watch, feel free to. But we'll start off with some Age of Sigmar, because we've been busy with Age of Sigmar. As you can see, there are some Soulblade Gravelords in front of us. This is an army been loaned to us by our good friend Matt, and we've had a few games with them.
Yep. I think one of them will have gone up by the time you see this, and one is coming shortly after, so no spoilers, but yeah, I've been piloting them, and they are a lot of fun.
Yes.
They're a real breath of fetid, disgusting air after playing Lumineth, but yeah, they completely different, and it's nice to play something else, and nice for you to play someone else, I imagine, as well.
Yeah, it's like, you've got quite the comprehensive Lumineth collection. But we'll get some variety. We'll get some spicy variety, and I've cracked out the Tzeentch after a little hiatus with them because I've been playing a lot of Khorne.
For a change.
Yes. So we've been enjoying playing. I think between us, AOS is probably our most competitive game.
Certainly is for me.
Yeah.
I've been to a few tournaments recently, and I think it's the one that lends itself the most to competitive play. Like, we play Heresy, obviously it's a more narrative game. Titanicus is big dumb robots.
Yeah.
You can play it competitively, but you really shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Whereas, it's got the depth, that cerebral competitive edge, which we both really enjoy.
Mm-hmm. So it's the one we kind of do keep up a little bit on the meta with, so we kind of edge towards that. But it doesn't mean we bring dumb units. Speaking of sort of competitions and stuff, you've entered and won some prizes, haven't you?
Yeah, I had a fantastic weekend a couple of weekends ago. First of all, I went to Devon Destruction, which is in Devon. That was a really good 2-day tournament. Went with a few people from the Bristol Adventurers Guild, which is here where we film. And yeah, really good time. 5 fantastic games, lovely opponents, beautiful armies, which made how I did even nicer. I managed to go 3-2, which is a new personal record for a GT, which I was very happy with. And also won Best Painted Army, which I was also very happy with. It was a really good day, because on the same day, I also came third in Armies on Parade for the international online competition.
Yes, and that's out of, must be...
Hundreds, I assume, maybe more, I don't know. Lots.
And
definitely lots.
So... it was so nice seeing on the Warhammer TV. You've been featured a couple of times there.
It's my second time, so I managed to get there with my 40k army back in the day, not as a winner, but as an also entered, here are some good ones we saw follow-up stream, which was nice. And then got third with the Lumineth.
Yes.
So,
big congratulations. Yes, that was very cool to see them on. I saw the post on Instagram, Alex, look.
It does mean I now can't enter that same display board again, because the world's seen it.
Yeah.
So I'll have to do a different army, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, really chuffed with that. As I said, really happy I did well competitively as well. It wasn't just painting. Big success. Hobby side of AOS?
Well, you've got plans, haven't you? You've just alluded to your Age of Sigmar plans. Tell us more.
So it is high time I start a second army. So I have come into possession of, sounds like I stole it, I have got hold of some Caradhran Overlord models.
It's not better.
I haven't actually bought many because I get a Vanguard box for coming third, which is nice. So starting Caradhran Underlords because they're going to be deep sea themed. They're going to convert them all to be divers. So all the engine riggers and Skywardens are going to have deep sea diving helmets and flippers. I'm going to take all of the ships and turn them into submarines. I'm going to get loads of fish and starfish and coral and whatnot and glue them onto the bases, and it should hopefully look quite good.
Yeah.
I can picture it in my mind, but I haven't yet got my hands on things like the Ironclad kit and gone, oh, how does this actually work?
I can just imagine kind of like a Bioshock vibe with it.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
And same for the colour scheme as well. So you get orange and teal, bright lights from their heads. Don't have to paint any flesh, which is nice. So it should be a really fun hobby project, and should also be a decent army for playing competitively, playing on the channel, and so on.
Yes.
So I haven't started it yet, so don't hold your breath. But it will be coming.
Hey.
It'll be coming at some point next year, hopefully toward the start.
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much, I say, all we've got for AOS. That's still pretty good. So watch this space for some AOS. Now, the new game system has arrived, Legions Imperialis. We've talked about this at length off camera. It would take us quite a while to get it up and running, and I think there's no solid plans for us to really engage with Legions Imperialis as such. But we are sticking with Titanicus, so we still enjoy the game. We've played a couple of narrative games recently. We're kind of quite enjoying that as well as the match play. So really kind of going to be flicking through those campaign compendiums and go, oh, this looks stupid. So yeah, that's kind of what we're.
Yeah. I was going to say, and keeping an eye on what does come out for them, because there are new weapons. Has it been confirmed they're going to get Titanicus rules, or just rumoured?
Oh, I don't know. I've not been keeping up with that. So
if they don't, someone will house rule them, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if Titanicus does go into whatever the term is, maintenance mode, I think, as Sophie said, we'll still stick with it. It's an excellent system, still one of our favourites.
Yeah.
If you've got some more Titans you want to get, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. So some Nemesis Warbringers, you know, it's because I've been convinced they're really good.
They are. And there's a healthy community around Titanicus as well. Obviously, you guys enjoy watching the videos, as far as we can tell. We've got quite a few people who locally who can either come in, either lend Legios or come on themselves. Dougie is our regular guest. Thank you, Dougie, who every time I see him, he's got a new Legio. So, yeah, the game is healthy. It's not going anywhere. You will see more Titanicus content coming.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And for Beachhead, for those of you watching who go down to Beachhead in Bournemouth, fortunately, Alex and I cannot make it this year, but we will have Dan going down there, so do feel free to say hi to him. It's depending on how his games are going. He might say hi back. But yes, so Dan will be down at Beachhead for all you lovely Titanicus players. And we will, of course, lament not being able to catch up with the Titanicus community, which has been so wonderful whenever we've met you all. So thank you. In the Age of Darkness. So I've finally got a little bit more of my Imperial Fists. I don't know why they've taken me so long.
They're yellow.
Okay, yeah, they are yellow. But yeah, so I've got some more stuff for my Imperial Fists. We've kind of seen them. You've borrowed them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but we might be having some guests with Emperor's Children. We'll possibly lent some armies with some word bearers.
Yep.
Yes. Etc. So yeah, we'll be able to see them fully fledged on the field. And Alex, you've picked up some more stuff for your Space Wolves.
Yep, I've got a Typhon, so that is, again, I've got so much hobby to do, but that will be coming soon, and that should then hopefully start to cure some of my blues with running the Space Wolves, so actually have some armour and be more ready to play some bigger, proper field battle games. So that'll be coming.
And then when you're ready, you can face the Titan again, because the Warhound Titan will come back out on the channel.
Yes.
It's a lovely centrepiece, and I really want to come and use it
Have
again.
games that are appropriate for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know as well that while Dan has been in Canada, he has not been idle. He has been working on his Dark Angels. So when he gets back, I think he's got a few bits that he can't do while he's out there, like he didn't take his airbrush with him for obvious reasons. But when he gets back, he will be presumably getting them up to a Battlefield-ready standard, and then we'll see them on the channel too. So we should actually start to see a lot more variety in the fairly near future with Heresy.
Because we've got Custodes, he's got a Knight Household.
I forgot he had a Knight Household.
Yeah, House Malanax.
Yeah.
We've got the Dark Angels and of course the Mechanicum. So there's 4 more Heresy armies on their way. So between us, there's a fair few, and yeah, I'm sure the big toys will come out for that. And I love Heresy as a system. Like, it really just scratches an itch that I don't get elsewhere. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. Speaking of things that scratch itches, there is also, of course, Drop Zone. We've been playing quite a lot off camera. I've been running quite a few intro games.
Go on, sorry.
The community in Bristol has really grown quite a lot. I think there's sort of between about 10 and 20 regular players, and there's a lot more starter sets and intro games being run. So it's really nice to see our local community growing. So as a result, we've played a lot more games.
Getting there with the rules.
We've got a lot more toys, and we're getting to grips with the games. I've picked up a Behemoth.
That's an escalation.
Yeah. You've played one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't care for it. It's horrible. But I'll obviously have to escalate myself as well. I've got a broadsword, which is the answer to a Behemoth. Yeah, I mean, you've got your Behemoth. I've had living in my brain rent-free a stupid air superiority list, which has a grand total of 2 ground vehicles, and then I accidentally did it, so there'll be a Phoenix heavy gunship, more interceptors, more bombers, all the aircraft coming from my UCM soon, which I'm looking forward to getting on the channel.
And as soon as I see it, I'm going to have to buy loads more planes and do exactly the same with Resistance, because I can. Yeah. I just can. In fact, I think I can just have the drop troop ships, no armour.
Yeah.
We'll have like no tanks between us.
If you get enough, there is, I think I mentioned it before, there is Flight Wing or Wing Zone or Planes, whatever it's called. There's the all-aircraft mini-game that TT Combat do, which we could give a go. It could be a laugh. No idea if they're good, but it could be fun.
But yes, so lots more stuff coming for that. My plans for the Shaltari are getting kicked back a little bit. I just wanted to flesh out the Resistance a bit more.
Yeah,
really. So I wouldn't expect those anytime soon, though I do have an interesting list. It's my all-gun gate list. Loads of just Energy 12 blasts or Energy 10, and it's sort of like, what if my dropships were useful? I don't know if it'll work, but it might.
You want me to find out?
Yeah, exactly. One of the reasons they have been slightly postponed is because I've picked up some drop fleet. Yes, we always said it was going to be a when, not an if. So for those of you asking in the comments about what's going to happen with, are you guys interested in drop fleet? The answer is yes. As of recording, I've just painted my first test model. I really enjoyed playing it, painting it. I've had the starter game. I've looked through the rules. It looks like a really fun system. But I am playing Resistance, and all their ships are really customizable. So I'm going to paint the starter set, play the game, realise all of my mistakes, and have to go build another one. But do you know what? Fine. Yeah, it's not a high model count. Like thinking back, looping back to AOS and thinking, blobs of 40 zombies at a time, so having like 80 zombies on the field.
Yeah, drop fleet, drop zone's not that, is it?
No, exactly. So yeah, it's been a fairly cheap start and a fairly quick start, and I'm kind of pumped for it. Yeah.
I'll be joining you eventually. Again, I keep saying it, but there's so much I have to do. My current project is Drop Zone Focus, which will be done by the time this goes up.
Yes.
I am working on the mother of all terrain projects. There'll be photos somewhere around here. But yeah, when it's done, it'll be a full 6x4 MDF table to play Drop Zone and also Titanicus on, with like varying height levels. There could be underpasses. It should look amazing. Oh God, there's a lot to do. But yeah, that should be done soon.
And you've got, what's the deadline for it?
Deadline is the 28th of January, because that is when we are running our second Drop Zone Commander tournament at the Bristol Gaming Collective, not Bristol Adventurers Guild, but same thing. Which will be here. So Bristol Gaming Collective, there'll be a link in the description. It should be a good time. So the terrain I'm working on will be the top table, but we are, mainly me, but we as a group are trying to get lots of just interesting boards and play the interesting missions. So we've got a monorail. I'm working on some fauna for the fauna missions, where you're trying to have a firefight, but also dinosaurs, which cause disruption to the firefight. One of our regular players, Alex, the other Alex, is going to bring down an orbital laser in theory, so we can do that mission. It should be a really good time. We do, at time of recording, have plenty of space for more people, so if you are interested in coming, again, the link's in the description. It'd be great to meet you.
Yeah, and it's not hyper competitive tournament, especially the missions we've got planned. It's one of those, I think we've looked at the rule book and all the extra mission packs, so not just the core rule book, because there's a couple of older mission packs, and gone, wow, wouldn't it be great to play that? And we've realised we can put those games on for people, and that's the aim of the tournament, isn't it?
This is always the thing with any war game, really. You look through like narrative missions in an army book or a codex or whatever, and you go, oh, it'd be really cool to play. We don't have the terrain. And I don't have someone who plays the right army, so well, we'll play regular competitive play. Yeah, as Sophie said, the goal here is just to put on some fantastic looking tables, have some pretty armies, and play some fun, if silly missions.
Yes, exactly.
Which we'll also do on the channel, because we've got obviously we can use the monorail, use the fauna, use the board when it's done for the channel as well. But I digress. If you can make it, it should be a really good time.
Exactly. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it, and I'm getting some 1750 points. Yes. Is what we're looking for. So get those points up and get painting, because we look forward to seeing you. I suppose back to space.
Yes.
Battlefleet Gothic.
The other space game.
The other space game. I've got my spaceships, so I will be looking at maybe getting a little bit more for the Imperial Navy. I did really appreciate some very nice comments from Battlefleet Gothic players on the last video, giving me some helpful tips, because goodness knows I need them.
I think one of them was, don't let Alex move his bombers 25 centimetres, they move 20 centimetres.
Oh, that's a good tip, yeah.
But yeah, seriously, thank you guys. We do really appreciate the engagement, and yeah, it's good to know how to play this game, because it has been dormant for a long time. So you reckon might get a few more models?
Yes, get some 3D printed models up and running. See if I can do some more cruisers. Yeah, I wasn't convinced with a big battle cruiser, so cruisers. And we'll see how that goes.
For me, talking about again growing a local community, I've started a Battlefleet Gothic campaign that's going to be starting in January soon for local players, and it's really taken off. So loads of people are interested in this. Again, that's got me painting as well, so I've recently painted my demon ship, the Paladin Moor. Where basically I got the model and then put super glue on it and rolled it around the Chaos Marine bits box, got it out again, sprayed it black, painted it. I'm quite happy how it came out. So that's my hobby update for Gothic. Dan, I know, has petitioned several people to print him an Orcs fleet, so when he gets back he'll badger them. We'll get that in the channel soon. And again, a nice thing about growing the local community is we've now got literally like 24 players with fleets who are perhaps willing to either come on the channel themselves or lend their fleets and so on. So we should be able to get all the other ones. Tyranids, Dark Eldar, Garden Variety Eldar, Sisters of Battle, there's a player doing Sisters of Battle, etc. So again, as always, more variety for Gothic coming soon. And I want to do some of the weirder missions. Much like Drop Zone, we often end up doing Cruiser Clash because it's the easiest one, but it'd be nice to do some of the stranger missions. Do an Exterminatus, do a Planetary Assault, and so on.
Yes.
So all that will be coming soon.
Yes. Wonderful. Well, I think that sounds like we've got quite the work cut out for us, don't you, Alex?
You should probably go ahead and start painting.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, this is just a little quick update for us, so we do appreciate your patience, and we hope you look forward to things to come as much as we do. If you are enjoying our content, please do think about subscribing to the channel. There is, of course, our Patreon. I'm looking to get some more stuff, just be more written articles from myself up on the Patreon. and they'll be available to view for everyone. So just feel free to click through to our Patreon and have a read of those. There is, of course, our Firestorm affiliate link for those of you wishing to buy all your Warhammer Drop Zone, Drop Fleet needs. Follow the link through there, and the channel gets a little bit of a kickback, which we appreciate.
Yep.
And yes, I think that's everything.
I think that covers everything.
So, and also don't forget 28th of January.
Yes.
Yes, we look forward to seeing you there. All right, in which case that's goodbye from me, Sophie.
It's goodbye from me, Alex.
And it's goodbye from the barrel.